Hello, this is Left Turn Productions, and this is a very different thing, something that has never happened before and probably will never happen again. So, as you guys know, I've been hyping up this Summer Dirt Derby for a while, and today it was finally released. The main event was released, the heats were released yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it or not. I know some of you have. I've seen some comments. A surprising percentage of people who signed up actually did see the race. Uh, anyway, so if you might recall, the main highlight of the race was that Caleb Campbell and Shane Wenzloff had several run-ins. Shane would get to Caleb, and Caleb would be like a heat-seeking missile and just slam into him, like run him down into the loose dirt or put him up the track almost into the wall, or just flat out turn him around. He did that basically the entire race, and Caleb ended up one spot ahead of Shane, and Shane was right behind him. But there was one certain part of the race where Shane was actually ahead of Caleb. Most of the race, it was just Caleb keeping Shane behind him in very rough and aggressive ways. Caleb obviously still wasn't over the Shane incident and wouldn't give him a break. But there was one point where Shane actually fought back, and that was with around 4 laps to go. Going into turns 3 and 4, he moved Caleb up the racetrack and was able to get by him. That was the one time that Shane actually fought back. Everything else was Caleb. So, coming to 3 to go, in the actual race, in what ended up happening in the race, is Caleb Campbell made a dive bomb move in turn 1 to try to pass Shane, but Shane saw it coming, and he pulled the crossover, and Shane ended up back ahead. And then in turns 3 and 4, they made some contact, they rubbed, they hit each other, I think they went up the racetrack. And then the caution came out at the 2 to go point for a 3-car crash between Trivia May, Riley Nyman, and TGR Films. But in the original cut, what was originally going to happen in the race, it was not that. This is the first time I've gone back and changed the outcome of a race not because I didn't like it. I'm not on any side on the Caleb and Shane thing. I'm not on anyone's side. But I feel like it would have upset both sides if I had let this fly, and that is the one thing that I don't want to do. Well, I don't want to upset either side anyway either. But I think you can get what I mean once I go through. This right here is the original thing. This is what was going to happen. And then after it happened, I set it up for the restart. Like, wait, no, I don't think I want this to happen in the race. It'll be a little too controversial. So I rewound it. I kept these older photos so I could make this separate video. And then I completely glossed over it with something else. So here's what happened. This is coming to 3 to go right here. Creasing and drailing. You'll recognize these images. Caleb Campbell dive bombs right there. Shane Wenzloff pulls the crossover. Almost chops in front of Grant Hoover, actually. I never noticed that. Going into turn 3 and 4. Looks familiar. This is when it starts looking unfamiliar. Caleb Campbell goes into turn 3. Kamikazes Shane Wenzloff. And completely dumps him Matt Kenseth style. And then just drives away. Now, that would have put an end to Shane's race where he went back and forth through the field like 3 times. But Caleb didn't get off scot-free either. Not only did he have some damage to his car, but he was also actually parked. Yeah, that would have been a violation of over-aggressive driving in the York Cup Series rulebook, and therefore, well, technically it isn't the York Cup Series, but it is still an LTP-sanctioned series, so the same rules apply. And that would have put in a park. It's the same thing that happened to Clint Boyer when he turned Kurt Busch at Texas in season number 3. It would have basically been the same outcome as that. If you didn't know that, at the Texas race, Clint Boyer turned Kurt Busch and Bush went upside down, and it was a big mess. And Clint Boyer got parked for that race. But I feel like this kind of thing would not make people very happy. It would have stirred a lot of controversy on both sides of the Caleb versus Shane thing. I don't want to pick sides. I want to remain neutral. I want to try to remain as neutral as I can. Um, and I feel like this ending would have made me look like I'm on Shane's side, which I'm not. I'm not on anybody's side. So I ended up going back and changing the result of this, and instead I just had them rub each other and send each other up the racetrack. And then I had something else cause the caution. So yeah, there's the alternate version of the race. Everything else would have probably played out the same, except Nyman and TGR Films would be still running instead of Caleb and Shane. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is Left Turn Productions signing out.